Hi, my name is Ed Diaz, and today we're going to learn how to mix down a song using the Roland Fantom G. There's a couple things we need to have before we can begin. The first thing we need to have is a stick of DIMM RAM. This needs to be installed into your Fantom G before you get started. And you can install a 512 megabytes or 1 gig of DIMM RAM, and it needs to be 168 pin and 100 megahertz or 133 megahertz. Okay, just give the guys at the computer store those specs and they'll get you the right piece of RAM for the Fantom. Okay, another thing we're going to need is a USB thumb drive. Okay, USB thumb drive, so that way we can save that project that we're currently working with the song. Because remember, we do not want to save to the internal project of the Fantom G. Okay, because it only lets us save 32 megs. Even though we might have RAM installed, that's just how it is. So make sure you get a USB thumb drive and you save that project to the USB thumb drive. And with the RAM installed, it will allow you to do it. So try it out. If you're not sure, please go back and review that video and you can see what I'm talking about. Alrighty, so let's begin by mixing down a song to the Roland Fantom G. Alright, so let's begin by loading up our song. So let's go ahead and press the song button. And then let's press F1 song list. Okay, we can use the dial wheel and go through the songs that we have. And I'm going to use this one, my number 2 song. Press F8 load and F7 OK. I'm sure you guys already know how to do this, but I think we should cover it. So as you see in my song, I'm using one MIDI track and the rest are audio. I did that so that way we could see audio and see that I'm not just doing MIDI. So I'm mixing down audio samples that I pre-recorded into here. Alright, so let's play our song back for a little bit so you can hear it. So I'm going to go ahead and press the play button right here. And now you can see it's actually playing my song back. So remember, blue is MIDI and the orange is audio. Once I have my song and I know it's playing correctly, I'll go ahead and press the stop button right here. Let's rewind it. And let's get ready to mix it down. Before we mix down our track, let's go ahead and let's go in the effects section. So let's press effects routing. And if you notice, I get this screen. And if we look at F7 mastering, I can actually choose to master my track. So I get a couple of different options like a studio, hard compression, soft compression, low boost if I wanted to thump a little bit more, mid boost, high boost. So, and everything is in here. I can change however I need to change. Okay, so you can edit it however you want and go from there. So once I have the mastering sounding like I just leave it alone and I press exit. Okay, and let's exit again. So when I'm mixing down, I should already have the RAM in here. So what I'm going to do to mix it down is I'm going to press the sampling button, and it's going to bring me to this screen right here, and I have a couple of options. Sampling means the keyboard is sampling from the outside in. Resampling means that it's sampling itself, and mix means that it's sampling itself plus whatever's coming inside. So it's a combination of these two. So what we're going to use today is resampling, F2. Now I get a couple of options here. First is input setting. Do we want to put any kind of compressor or anything like that? We can do that. I think I have a little bit of compression, whatever, that's fine. And I'm going to probably use auto trigger. What auto trigger means, as soon as the Fantom hears something, it's going to start recording. So we'll probably have that on today. Okay, and you see the input select area is darkened out. I can't select it because I told it to resample. So it already knows it's sampling itself. So let's make sure we have everything correct. We have resampling selected. We have auto trigger. If you wanted to, you could go ahead and press start and then press play so you can have a little bit of dead space before your song. I'm going to use auto trigger in this example. Now that I'm ready, I'm going to go ahead and press play, and we're going to resample this song. Now that we're done with our song, all we have to do is press the stop button. And as you see, it should open up in the sample edit window. One thing I want you to notice is there's a red check mark on the current sample, which is the one we just resampled. So the red check mark lets us know that this sample has not yet been saved, or it's been edited, so it needs to be saved. So let's go ahead and save it, because if we do not save it, won't be there for our project. So let's go ahead and press the red right button just to the right of the screen right here. It already knows that it's a sample, so I'll go ahead and press select, and then from here I can name it. Okay, and so I'll just name it Ed. That's what I usually do. So fine, I'll delete all this, and then I'll press F8 OK, and F8 to write, and F7 for OK. So now my Mixdown song has been saved inside the Fantom G. Now that I have my song resampled and saved inside the Fantom G, and it's saved inside a project that lives on a USB drive, how do I get it out of here? One way to get it out of here is to take the USB drive, unplug it from the Fantom G, and plug it into a computer and find it. But an even hipper way is to exit out of here by pressing F8, and let's press Menu. Let's press USB Storage and USB Memory. So I just pressed USB Storage, and I pressed USB. So now my Fantom is going to show up on my computer screen, just like another hard drive. So there's my Fantom G. So as you see, my Fantom G shows up as another hard drive on my computer since I have it hooked up through USB. And now I just go ahead, double click on my Fantom G folder, and here's everything that lives inside my USB drive that is plugged into the Fantom. And you see I have a bunch of samples and stuff like that, and never mind these samples, I was doing some experimenting. So the project that I was working on where my sample lives is called Neo Soul. So I double click on that folder. Now I just go inside my sample folder, and remember it was number 12. So all I got to do is just drag it and bring it out that quickly. So now that that sample is pulled out of the Fantom, there it is, and now that quickly I have my song that I just mixed down as a WAV file on my computer and ready to put into iTunes or convert into a different format that I might find more useful. Alright? So as you see, mixing down a song on the Fantom G isn't too difficult at all. You just have to make sure you have a couple of key things. One being RAM installed in your Fantom G, because it's going to need that RAM in order to sample. The next thing is make sure you have a USB thumb drive so you can save that project to the USB thumb drive. Because remember, the internal project on the Fantom will only save up to 32 megabytes. It doesn't matter how much RAM you have installed. That's just how it is. So take your time, try this a couple ways, watch the videos. So if you need a little bit more help on how to install RAM or how to save a project to the thumb drive, I already put links to those videos in the description of this video. So if you have any further questions, please feel free to email me and we'll figure it out together. Alright guys, thank you so much and take care.